Hello, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we are going to talk about playing WRC 10 with the controller. So, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It definitely helps out the channel. And I'm grateful for all the recent subscribers that I've gotten. So, let's go ahead and get started with this. Alright, so with WRC 10, just like WRC 9 before it, a lot of people are going to be playing this game with a controller. I have been asked, if it's possible to play this game with a controller. Yes, it definitely is. This year is a lot better than last year. So we're going to do the Rally Spain for this one. Gonna go ahead and do it with clear. Let's see. Should I do the Audi? Yeah, we're gonna do the Audi. I love this car. I love driving this car. It's pretty fun. So I play in cockpit cam. I do not do the chase cam at all. I normally use my sim rig to do all my racing. So that just makes it harder. So first of all, right when you get into your game, you go into your options. You're going to go to controls, and then you're going to go right here to your sensitivity, and you're going to take that. Oh wait, no, that's the accelerate. Sorry, don't do it on accelerate. Go over here to your steering left, and then you're going to go to your sensitivity, and you're going to take that all the way to -10. Okay. Then you got to go to steer right and back up there to sensitivity. You're going to take that all the way to -10. You can play around with the dead zone and the saturation or whatever. That might tune it up even a little bit more for you. But as it sits, if you're just playing with the controller, this is a good place to start.
5,
so
4,
now
3,
let's go ahead and see how
2,
this works.
1. We're off. 50.
So automatically on WRC 10,
into left 3, into right 4.
The car on the ground, the wheels on the tarmac already just feel much better. You feel like you have far more control right out of the gate on this game.
And right 2 medium, into left 3. And
the
right
car
4,
doesn't feel floaty as much as I don't think it feels floaty at all this year, really. I feel like it feels pretty stable, pretty solid for the most part, especially in the WRC cars. This here is the Audi. It doesn't have as much downforce as the new the new WRC cars. So of course you're going to have a little bit more. You're going to have a little bit less traction just out of that, just out of the lack of downforce that this car has. But when it comes to the WRC cars, oh my gosh, man, those are a beast to drive. Even on the controller, this just feels a lot better. I did have somebody in the comments ask me about this, so I decided, yeah, let's go ahead and make a video on this to kind of show the difference. You can be much faster on a controller. I would say my times between my wheel setup and my controller within 10 seconds. Within 10 seconds. And that was me before that was right after just starting to use the controller. Haven't really tested it much, but yeah, you can still be pretty fast and effective on this game with a controller. Like it just works. Most of this is going to fall down to getting to know the stages. And once you get to know the stages better, then you'll that's where most of your problems gonna lie, just getting to know these stages better. I mean, this technical section, you can get through this technical section, with a controller just fine. Yeah, you are basically flicking the controller left to right though. But the control, after you turn that sensitivity down, it feels a lot closer to I mean, you can definitely get through this without screwing up like that.
And left 4, 100. Q-tap in right, 30.
So I feel like you have much greater control this time. It feels better when you're flat out.
And right 5.
A lot better.
And left 5.
Feels a lot better
into
flat
right
out.
5. And
The
left
car,
6. Tightens into right
you don't
5,
feel like the
medium.
car is just
Come
going
on,
to go out
let's
from under
focus.
you.
Into caution, left 3. Very
What I
narrow.
mean.
Bridge, 50.
Lining it up nice and perfectly.
Right 5. Small cut.
You know,
into left 4.
it's still
opens.
WRC, so you still got
Into left 4,
the rocks
tightens.
and everything that come out of freaking
Into right
nowhere.
5.
But for the most part, yeah, you can put down pretty
Into left
perfect,
4, tightens,
pretty perfect
and right
lap times,
4,
pretty
tightens.
pretty perfect
Left
tracks.
5 long,
That's all
into
just going to
right
come
4
down to
short.
knowing the track, though, the track layout. You know,
Into left 5
practice,
and
practice,
right 5.
practice. You know, knowing where to
And
be
left
when you
4
go around
short
these
and right
corners.
4, medium, tightens,
It
30.
there is much greater control. It does.
Caution, right 4,
It
medium,
does. It
open.
does.
Keep
It
into
definitely
left
feels
5
better than
short,
WRC
50.
9. I just got on Mittelmosel Deutschland on the WRC 9 game with my sensitivity turned all the way back, and yeah, this feels
Left
100
6,
times
tightens
better.
into right 5 short,
100 times. I
150.
mean, WRC 9 is still playable like this,
Caution,
and
narrows,
it
hard
definitely
brake,
helps to
into
turn
left,
that
small cut,
sensitivity
30.
down on there. But this one here, I should have slowed down just a little bit more for that turn.
Chicane, right 50.
Yeah, it does feel a lot better. You got greater control on this game.
Caution, right 4, brake into left 3, keep in, 30.
This feels pretty decent.
Right 4, keep into left 3.
This is definitely the
Right
best
5,
this has
tightens
ever
into
felt
right
on the
4,
controller,
short.
for sure. On the
Left
gravel,
3, keep into right
it
5,
feels
short.
just as good as well.
Yeah! Into flat left,
I mean,
keep into
even
right
on my
5,
racing
medium,
sim,
tightens.
my sim rig, it feels better than
And left 4,
it feels
medium,
better
tightens,
than
into right 3, long.
it did last year, for sure. Everything just feels
Into
much
left 4,
better.
short, and left 5, tightens. Into right 4. Into left 6.
Actually, it looks a lot better too.
Left
A
5,
lot of things
medium,
look a
tightens,
lot
3,
better.
into
The
right
rear-wheel
1,
drive
medium,
cars feel
junction.
better on here. It's
And
definitely
right 4, tightens into right 4.
the best this WRC franchise has ever felt.
Left 4, tightens into right 5, tightens. Into flat right,
Having
80.
this much fine control over your car
Caution,
is
hairpin
great.
left, small cut, 50. Right 4, into flat left, hard brake.
I mean, I can, and at the end of the video, I will, or after this
Into left
track,
4.
I will go
Into
ahead
square right,
and
opens.
give you my my
Flat
new
right into flat
updated
left.
settings for the sim rig, which are pretty good. I like it a lot. It feels pretty
And
good. I
right
mean,
6,
you might want
tightens into left
to, you might
6.
tweak a couple of things more to your
Into right
liking.
5
I've
short
noticed
and
that
left 6,
the
keep in.
lower amount of
Caution, hard brake.
lower
hairpin
amount
right,
of
50. Left 3 short, into right 3, tightens.
sorry, this is one of my new favorite tracks, but I'm screwing up a lot.
Into left 2 and right
But as
3,
you can
keep
see,
in.
you have far better control.
Into left 2,
I
medium,
normally
and
do
right
not
3
play on a
opens, right
controller.
3.
I really don't. The only reason I've even tried a controller on this game is due to the fact that, you know, being able to give the community
Over crest,
some
left
accurate
5.
representation of how it feels.
Into left 3,
You're going to hear a
tightens.
lot of things out there on the
Into right
internet,
2, keep into
maybe
left
even
3,
my
tightens.
comments on these
Hey!
games, you know, people saying how bad it looks and talking about tons and tons of
Into right
popping
2,
and stuff.
into
That's
left 3
just,
short,
that's
into
not the
right 3.
case. My TV does have VRR.
Left 3 long,
And
tightens.
when I'm having it hooked up to my capture
Into
card,
2
like right
short,
now,
into right 2.
I do not get, I cannot use that
And left
VRR.
three,
And I
tightens
mean,
into
obviously
right
you're
3.
seeing me go through the stage
And left
without
3.
any popping, or
Into
not
right
popping.
2,
Popping
tightens
is,
into left
there is
3.
popping, but it's not as bad as it has been
Into
in the
right 3.
past.
And left 4
I mean,
short, into right 3, tightens.
You've always had the popping way out there in the, like out there on the mountainside. You've probably had
Left
popping,
4,
but
very long.
never really close to the track. Every now and then you'll see a bush grow in or something like that.
Into
It's
right
not
4
that
short,
bad.
caution, square
Nowhere
left,
near as bad as
tightens
it
into
used to
flat
be.
right.
Screen tearing is a lot better in the balanced mode.
Into left 3, into right 3, medium.
I haven't seen any in the 120 hertz mode just because of the
Into
fact
left
that my
3
TV has
short, into right
VRR,
4
and if
short.
I'm on the 120 hertz
Into left
mode,
3
then
short
that
and
is
right 4,
enabled
150.
because I have to have my
left 4
my
into right 4.
HDMI going straight to my Xbox. So I haven't seen any in 120 hertz mode. When I first got the game before the day one patch, there was screen tearing on Finland and Wales. That has since been fixed mostly. I haven't really seen it lately on those tracks anymore. But yeah, other than that, steering on the controller is freaking beautiful. The cars just feel more weighty this game. They feel more weighty. They feel like they have more weight. They feel like they have better transfer, better balance, better weight transfer. You can slide the cars more effectively this year. When you're going through gravel or even on tarmac, when you come out of a corner in the WRC cars, when you come out of a corner, if you hit the throttle too fast, your tires are going to kick, and you're gonna kind of fishtail that car with throttle power. It's pretty fun, man. It definitely keeps you on your toes a little more, but it's not. It's a good feeling of being on your toes. This white knuckle feels good. Like I always said that WRC 9 and 8 was 50% luck, 50% skill. This game here is a lot better. It's way more skill based. This is probably the closest handling model that WRC has ever gotten. It's fairly close to Dirt Rally 2.0. I love Dirt Rally 2.0. I've been playing Codemasters rally games since the early 2000s, and yeah, this one's actually pretty good. This has actually become my go-to rally driver, just because I prefer I greatly prefer the tarmac performance on WRC 9 over Dirt Rally. Dirt Rally's really never gotten that tarmac right to where it feels as good as this does. This just feels great. This is a much better rally tarmac rally experience in my opinion. So, all right, now that we've gotten that at a 952. As you can see, oh wait, what the heck? How is that? Oh, that's because it's on this car. But if I go to, so you see my 952. Let's see, WRC. Right here, my fastest time is 919 on that. 919 in a WRC car. So. I'm still doing pretty good. I need to get back on there and see if I can beat that 919, but whew, boy, that was pretty tough, man. Pretty tough to get to that point. All right, let's see. So, what I was going to show you is my my settings for my Thrustmaster wheel. Oh wow, it's not going to show me unless I have it turned on? Really? That sucks. Okay, so my Thrustmaster wheel, I think I have my my turn rotation. Everything else is the same as what I put on there last time, basically, except for the turn rotation and maybe one other thing. But we're gonna go not gameplay settings. We're gonna go back into this WRC mode real quick. We're gonna go to quick play again. We are going to go to the anniversary stages. We're going to see San Marino. This track is freaking beautiful. Clear. We are going to go straight back over here to a WRC car. I've been doing the Toyota a lot lately. These cars do feel different. Each one of these cars does feel different. The Toyota, the Hyundai, and the Ford. Each one have their own quirks and their own feel. I do like. I feel like the Hyundai feels like it's the fastest. I feel like the Toyota is the most nimble, and I feel like the Ford is the in between of both of those. So, if that helps anybody, I do feel like this Toyota is the most nimble though.
3, 2, 1, go. 50. Caution, left 2, narrows and left 2. 3 into right 2.
Like, this car feels so freaking great. But I think this track is literally beautiful.
And left 3.
Knock it off, cat. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. All these people on the side of the road, on these anniversary tracks is freaking is insane. Like, you'll be coming around the corner and they're standing there and you're like, oh gosh, man. You think freaking hitting the walls is terrible now. Wait until you're coming around the corner on these guys at the end of this stage, man, and they're all just standing right there on the road. It's not really a super sharp turn, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like, I like this. Sorry about this video being a little bit long, but I just kind of wanted to give you a little bit, like, to show you, like, yeah, man, you can play this game on a controller and you can be pretty good. Like, you can be fast, you can be confident this year. And that's good, man, because this, I believe, Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is going to be using this handling model. And that's beautiful, because this is great. This feels good. I feel confident using the controller and my sim rig on this game more than I ever have. And yeah, dude, it's good. Like, you can get really good on this. I mean, I haven't sat and played hours and hours upon hours of this on the controller, but I'm telling you, this is the best it's ever felt on a controller and on my sim rig. Like, these guys really freaking knocked it out of the park this year. I mean, for such a value of a game, well, I don't know necessarily a value, but for something that, you know, it comes out every year, for them to be able to make these improvements every year, it is good. It definitely keeps you coming back. I have faith that next year is even going to be better. This right here is actually great. I mean, I think the stage looks beautiful when you get up and through here. All these beautiful trees. The trees look better. It's a much cleaner, better experience. It definitely feels more balanced in the balanced mode now. You get a pretty stable, freaking higher resolution. You get a lot of detail. I probably should have showed you on instead of doing another tarmac stage, but there's a lot of tarmac in this game, and it feels good. You know, you've got a pretty good amount of tarmac stages in here, but it's like tarmac on this feels so freaking good, guys. I'm not even lying. I'm not even joking. It does feel good. You can really you can go all out. If you're playing this game on purely a controller, yeah, you can go all out. You can feel more confident than you ever have before on any other game. It doesn't feel nowhere near as twitchy because the cars actually handle better. The tire model on here feels great. The braking, the sliding, the weight transfer, the shocks. They redid the suspension model on here. It feels so much better. You have confidence, like hitting these bumps right here. It doesn't feel like it's gonna fling your car into anything. I mean, you're still gonna have the like when you come around a corner, you're still gonna have those metal, those things right there that are going to be just in the worst freaking spot if you're really trying to push it. The track side on this game is still unforgiving for the most part, but you have better control over your car now, so hopefully that makes a difference for you. It's definitely made a difference for me. I know I've always really struggled on the Wells track, coming through the tarmac stage at the end or the beginning of that stage, and yeah, you can navigate that now almost flawlessly without smacking your car up and beating it all up through there. On WRC 9 and 8, I literally would only drive that stage in reverse, do all the dirt first, and then do the end stage, just so I could try to get a decent time on that, because that last section was pretty hard. Let's see, now you start getting up here, you start getting all the crowds out here on the road. Really freaking close. You gotta hit these turns like perfectly. You got all these people everywhere. Yeah. So, I mean, if you got people saying negative stuff about this game, it's just because they're dirt fans and they are 100% They're 100. They're just being facetious. This game is definitely better than it was last year. Does it completely compare to Dirt Rally? Yeah. I mean, I like it. I like playing it. I'm being honest with you. This is my go-to rally game. It's definitely more forgiving. I've got my my car damage cranked all the way up, and I'll tell you what, it's more forgiving when it comes to popping tires and stuff like that. So, yeah, Dirt Rally, that's one of the things that kind of turned me off about Dirt Rally, is because you can't just turn that off. You can't disable that. On here, you can disable all the everything. When the stuff on your cards, just like WRC 9, like starts to go out, stuff like that. It's definitely a more forgiving experience, but at the same time, it also helps you learn a little more to be a better rally driver. I wish that I could say that being good at this game transfers directly over to Dirt Rally 2.0, and I wish that I could say being good at Dirt Rally 2.0 transfers over to this. This is probably the one year where that's probably going to be closer to where it'll be better for you on either way. So, yeah, if you want a good game that's not going to, I mean, it is going to stress you out, just like Dirt Rally 2 stresses you out, but it's, me personally, I feel like they're both good for reproof. They're both good to make you better. They are both. It definitely is a little bit harder to go from WRC 9 back to Dirt Rally 2.0, and it is harder. I mean, it is definitely easier to go from Dirt Rally 2.0 to WRC. The difference in the biggest difference for me is the force feedback on Dirt Rally 2. It just doesn't feel as good as WRC 10. There's more fine tuning in WRC 10, so I appreciate that more. So if you like this content, I would appreciate your subscription, and I would really like it if you hit that like bell. It definitely helps this channel grow. And yeah, that's all I got to say. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave something in the comments. Ask me questions. I will answer them, or I will make a whole new video to answer that the best way I can. So if you like this content, or yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.